Guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Nina, I am the queen of the tea, and this is where we literally get to spill everything in Big Brother's house. So guys, let's talk about Joanna's diary session. Me personally, it looked like Joanna had just come to to that diary session to just drag these people, because what was that? So when Joanna came to the diary session and Big Brother was asking, "Oh, are you okay?" Or she was talking about, "Oh, Big Brother, this minute I'm happy, this minute I'm not happy, this minute I'm saying people, this minute I don't want to be around people," or like literally. I'm like, okay, that is literally normal, just like Big Brother told him. Because when you're in a space having the same people, you literally get tired of seeing the same faces. You feel like everybody is literally irritating you, which is understandable. But then when it came to Imisi's part, I would just want to first talk about Imisi's part, because it is literally so annoying at this point. In the very first place, I understood where Joanna was coming from. I understood that, both of them made mistakes. I'm not going to say it was only Imisi who was in wrong. Both of them were in wrong. Because yes, they had a back and forth. And in the very first place, yes, I would say Imisi was wrong to tell Joanna to shut up, like she's not talking to her. I would say Imisi was wrong. But then where did Joanna go wrong? Joanna decided to return the favor. And she was talking about, I remember Imisi said fool and Joanna said fool, idiot. Like literally, you added more. There is a way she's playing like she's the victim in this situation, but no, nobody's a victim, they're all in wrong, guys. Let's get it clear. Anyway, guys, let's get into it. Let's get it clear. So the idiot fool, Imisi said idiot fool, and Joanna said, Imisi said fool, and Joanna went ahead to say idiot fool. And I'm like, okay, where is this going? So when they continued like going back and forth, literally talking about, don't talk to me like that. This is not going to be such an evening. I'm like, okay, that was Joanna literally. You insulted me first, but then why did Joanna have to return the insult if she felt like, she's not supposed to be insulted? If she had kept quiet, it would have just gone just like that. But then she decided to return the favor. And at this point, talking about, I cannot have like literally a back and forth with somebody with a low IQ literally. And I'm like, okay. And just when this so-called beauty queen was told, beauty queen without beauty, she got pissed. Why does she think like, when she called somebody, like when she called Imisi a person with a low IQ, she was not supposed to get pissed. And then for her, when she's called somebody beauty queen without beauty, she's supposed to be angry, get pissed and everything, like feel like, she's the one who was offended. But I'm not going to some supporting Imisi, but then both of them insulted each other. So I don't see why Joanna is making it a big deal. Still coming to, I did not see Imisi literally drag Joanna the way Joanna is literally dragging Imisi in that diary session. It was giving me, both of you insulted yourselves. And now you're trying to play the victim card. You're trying to seek sympathy literally. Because she has gone around very many housemates talking to them, I'll dismantle her script, or this. Do it. It is a game. And let me tell you something. For somebody who wants to do something, this person is not going to advertise herself the way Joanna was advertising. She was having a conversation with those who did it, this side. And at some point when I saw it, I felt like, okay, she was complaining, you cannot come for my work. This is something I've earned like twice. I'm like, yay. But then you told somebody she has a low IQ. Do you know what she does for a living? Literally, she may be using her IQ to also earn a living. That means both of you literally insulted your work. If Imisi uses her IQ for her living, and you use your beauty for your living, like literally, you use your beauty for your work, she uses her IQ for her work. It is two-sided. Both of them insulted themselves. I don't like the way she carried it on. And now we thought we had gone past it, and now it is in the diary session. And she was talking about, I want Ebuka to ask. I'm like, Ebuka, please ask Joanna about that thing. And I want Joanna to come out and watch the way she also insulted Imisi. I think that she could learn, because there was a time where they were done and she was going and she met, is it Coin and Dede? Like they were seated in the kitchen, literally up. She talked about, that girl from the street, and she was going, and I don't remember the person who asked, they literally not sure the person who asked that question. And it was literally like, isn't it that, is it like that ugly white cast? Imisi. And I'm like, all these insulting words. And she wants to play the victim part. Like, this or that or that. Like, this. don't insult me if you don't want me to return the favor. They returned the favor. Both of you, literally, Joanna went extreme at this point because she went on to add a lot. And Imisi just said one thing. It felt like, oh, it is hurting her more, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. She had already mentioned it, and there is no way she's taking it back. And you already mentioned the low IQ. There is no way you're taking it back. So it is one thing to understand that both of them insulted themselves, but then you having to drag her in that, like, in that diary room wasn't cool. It was really, really not cool. That is one thing she's supposed to understand. Because she also did the same. Talking about, then in the diary session, guys, she went ahead to say, oh, you cannot insult me like that because I've had very many insults from out there. Like, people have insulted me. I'm like, girl, if you've been insulted before, just like you said in the diary session, why is it on your mouth? Literally, it is still paining her. Because she has ranted to almost everybody, telling her, oh, this, or that, or that, or that, or this, or this, or this, or this. You cannot be having yourself with a person with a low IQ. Nobody forced you. I'm talking about, or even outside the house, or we are not going to be friends. Did Imisi ask for the friendship? Literally, no. And she's talking about the way she's ranting, talking about this, talking about that. I understand it is not good. I'm not saying Imisi was right to say something like that, because it is not good to mention something like that, because we all human beings. But she also mentioned something, and literally, let's not forget, when you say something and somebody returns the favor, there is a way it is not making sense to me. And she was reporting to Big Brother that Imisi speaks Yoruba, but then, Big Brother doesn't say anything about it, like Big Brother is okay with it. And I'm like, when did we even get here? When did we even get here? I'm not saying Imisi was right. They were all wrong. But then for the fact that, Joanna is taking it to some other level, talking about litter everywhere, it looks like it pained her. And one thing about people, let me tell you guys one thing about people. I don't want to say who have grown up on the streets or what. About some people who have grown up on their own. They may not say much, but then they would say that one word that is going to haunt you. And that is what Imisi did. She just told her, oh, beauty queen 2 times, beauty queen without beauty. And I'm like, yay. Because she also told her she has a low IQ. And it is okay. But then the way Joanna is making it feel like, oh, Imisi did something that was extreme. Imisi did something, you cannot do like this, you cannot do like that. Or this, or this. I cannot speak. I'm like, this is too much. It was too much, literally. Joanna is doing too much. I'm not going to lie. Joanna is doing too much. Because Imisi is literally past all this. She's past all that. She's literally on another page, but then Joanna is still behind on the same page of, oh, this or that, calling her beauty with no beauty, like beauty queen without the beauty. Move on, girl, move on. This is a game. Move on, literally. This is something she was supposed to expect from the get-go. Because you cannot say anything insulting to such a person and you think like she's going to keep quiet. Who are you? And now you're talking about, you're making it extreme. You cannot insult me about my work, this and this, that and that. Is it baiting you? Oh, this beauty queen is not being... And I may want to ask Joanna, do you know what Imisi does for a living? Because talking about, oh, this or that, it is not beans. How sure are you that she's always in beans outside the house? She definitely also has something she does. And Joanna is making it feel like it's a big deal, big deal. I'm talking about, oh, Imisi is not her category. And I'm like, how sure are you? Because there is one thing about these housemates. How sure are you? Because literally everybody, when it is a competition, everybody will come out with the best strategy. A strategy that she feels like it is a strategy that is going to earn her the money. We are not here to prove anything. If Joanna is here to prove anything, Imisi is not here to prove anything. Imisi is here to play the game. And she's going to play that game. When she gets the money, you can get to know about all the other things outside the house. Because, what do you mean she's not your category? Like, oh, that is not my... This house pets, I don't know why, but then there is a way Joanna... I don't know, those instincts. In life, we have those instincts that we really feel. There is a wrong instinct she has inside her that makes her feel like, oh, she's there. Like, she's there. For those who don't know. But then that instinct she has in her is wrong. It's wrong. And I'm going to tell these people like, oh, them thinking like, oh, Imisi is below and they're high. This is a competition. Everybody can do anything they feel like would make them win. So that you don't have to be like, low IQ, all this, all that. Because you don't know this person literally. Just like she said, just like Joanna said, Imisi doesn't know her. That is it is literally the same. Also, also Joanna doesn't know Imisi. So she has no right of talking about, this, village girl, low IQ, all this, all that. We are not in the same category, all this, all that, all that, all that. Nobody knows themselves. They're here for a game. They're here for competition. That is the first thing they're supposed to do. And if they all insulted themselves. That is the main point. I don't like the way she's making it look like, Joanna, Imisi is the bad person. Imisi went extra. Imisi crossed boundaries. Joanna also crossed boundaries. It was two-sided. But then she's making it feel like, guys, I'm not lying, but I want Brother Ebuka to ask Joanna about it. And we see. And I want Brother Ebuka to also tell Joanna the same words. I want Brother Ebuka to tell Joanna the words she had used to insult Imisi. Literally, I want him to talk about that low IQ. I want him to talk about this. What is this? This part of the streets, like person from the streets. I cannot argue with a person from the streets. And also this part of, isn't it this who angry, ugly, yeah, ugly white cast. All that was mentioned by Joanna, and she's still talking about all this, all that, all this, all that. Do you think those words are literally light? No. And Imisi just mentioned one thing. Imisi did not add other things. After all this fool, I'm not talking to you, shut up. The thing was all beauty queen without beauty. She did not add. And Joanna went ahead ranting with all these words, all this, she kept adding. And now she feels like, she's the one who has insulted most. It doesn't make sense to me. And at the end of the day, this is one thing she's supposed to understand. Anyway, guys, let's also talk about the Sultana situation. So, Sultana and also Joanna have been having a situation, like a back and forth. If I would say it was something like a cold thing, because we've not seen it blow, we've not seen it explode. They've been, just there, a dull, literally back and forth. Thinking about, there was a time she saw these, I don't know what I'm supposed to call them, chair covers, these small things they use, scarves literally they used to cover themselves in the chairs. And like she made it and it was literally sliding down. And she picked it, covered herself, and Dede came, they covered themselves together, and they stepped. And in a blink of an eye, Sultana came and she said that was hers. And I asked her, like, they did not find somebody. And she wanted her to explain to them that, my bottle of water was there, I'd going to do something. And I'm like, okay. Then Joanna says he gave it, like, she noted that and let it slide because Sultana had pulled it and this literally blanket almost cracked Dede's earring. And she kept quiet. And there was also another part where Sultan had become the head of house and he had called these people for communication from Big Brother. And, like she had mentioned that, you people are not the snails of the house. Why are you doing all this? And she was looking at Joanna seated because Joanna was already there and she was laughing. And it was not, to Joanna's explanation, it was not something she was playing with. Like it was not a joke. It was literally something she was using to insult Joanna. And it did not sit right with her because it wasn't funny because she wanted her to explain. If it was funny, she would have said, I was just joking. They would have, blushed it off, like literally laughed it off and let it be. But then she did not. She was looking at Joanna straight away. And she claims, she also still noted that part. And I'm like, okay. Then she mentioned the part where they were in the same group for tasks, these sponsored tasks, and they decided to talk about it. And Sultana had come out to say, the same thing she did. There was a time when Joanna had also done the same thing, like literally taken that blanket from her. And she was like, Joanna was like, that for that part, she would say, maybe, like literally, maybe Sultana had taken it, but then she had not seen, like, she was giving, during that part, what is it? How they call it? Like during that time, she wanted to explain like these are different situations. For Joanna's situation, she had not seen hope. She had not seen Joanna said she had not seen Sultana leave the blanket behind. Like later, the blanket was dragging down, and she felt like it was like nobody was using the blanket. But then for Joanna, like literally, Sultana had seen Joanna use the blanket, and when she had left, like gone to do something, like she had carried the blanket, and she went ahead to explain those are two different situations. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that one. If that was the proper explanation, yes. If she had not seen the person use the blanket, she thought it was not being used by anybody. But then if she had seen anybody use the blanket and maybe try to go somewhere, do something, like that was wrong, literally. So at that point, I tried to understand. But then looking at this, even when she said they talked about it, I really feel like there is still something that is not sitting right with Joanna. Even when they had a conversation about it and spoke about it, I really feel like it, like literally it did not sit right with her. And she's not somebody, even when, like, even when Joanna said, oh, Imisi will carry something from 0 to 100, I would literally say Joanna will also carry something small from 0 to 100, because the level at which she also, carries that, that part of provoking, like her voice will run from 0 to 100 also in 1 minute, which was saying, oh, it is Imisi, but then she's also the same person. I don't see any difference. She also does the same thing, literally. But then when she was talking about, oh, the way Miss wants to pick something small and make it like big, like, I'm like, okay. But she does the same thing. When it is time for yelling, we saw her when she was coming for main thing. We saw her literally from 0 to 100 in only a few minutes. Like, we've seen her in also very many occasions. But then for this part of Sultana, I'm going to say Sultana wasn't long, because that was not something. It looked like Sultana was trying to revenge, literally. And the revenge wasn't necessary at this point. Anyway, guys. And then, Joanna talking about, Joanna reporting, Amy said to Big Brother for speaking Yoruba, like, oh, Big Brother is kind of. I'm like, okay, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to report now? Anyway, I'm looking forward to see what Big Brother will ask. I'm also looking forward to see what Ebuka will ask these people on Sunday. And I really can't wait. See you guys in my next video. I love you so much. Bye.